The stadium lights blazed, cutting through the night sky like beacons, a spectacle of light and anticipation, illuminating every blade of grass on the hallowed turf. The stage was set for a clash of titans, a battle for supremacy under the watchful eyes of thousands. Panama and Honduras prepared for battle, their players emerging from the tunnel, a mix of steely focus and nervous energy etched on their faces. The air crackled with the weight of expectation, the culmination of weeks of training and preparation distilled into this single pivotal moment. Red and white filled the stands, a vibrant tapestry of national pride. Flags waved, faces were painted, and the collective roar of the crowd threatened to drown out all other sounds. Fans roaring with anticipation, their voices a powerful wave of support crashing down upon the field. Every cheer, every chant, a testament to the unwavering belief in their team's ability to conquer. This was the 2025 Gold Cup quarterfinal, a match that transcended mere sport. It was a cultural event, a source of national identity, and a chance to etch their names into the annals of football history. A place in the semifinals at stake, a coveted spot within touching distance. The pressure was immense, the margin for error razor-thin. Both teams carried the hopes of their nations, the weight of expectation heavy on their shoulders. They were not just playing for themselves, but for their families, their communities, and their country. Panama entered with confidence, buoyed by their recent successes and a clear sense of purpose. They walked with a swagger, their eyes fixed on the prize, their group stage performance sharp and organized, a testament to their meticulous preparation and tactical prowess. They were a well-oiled machine, each player knowing their role and executing it with precision. Honduras, the underdogs, faced an uphill battle, but they were not to be underestimated. They brought grit and unbreakable spirit, a refusal to surrender no matter the odds. Their determination was their greatest weapon, their unity their strength. The contrast was clear, a clash of styles, a battle of wills. Panama's fluid attack, a symphony of movement and precision, designed to unlock even the most stubborn defenses, versus Honduras's solid defense, a wall of resilience and tactical discipline, determined to frustrate their opponents at every turn. The tension was electric, palpable in the air, a tangible force that gripped the stadium. As the players walked onto the pitch, faces set with determination, they knew that this was their moment to shine. National anthems played, stirring emotions and igniting passions. The stadium fell silent, a moment of reverence and respect, as the flags were raised and the melodies filled the air. Then erupted again, a cacophony of cheers and applause, a release of pent-up energy. Captains shook hands, a symbol of sportsmanship and respect, before the battle commenced. The coin was tossed, deciding who would kick off and which team would have the advantage of playing towards their favored end. And the match began, a whirlwind of action and intensity. From the first whistle, the pace was relentless, a non-stop barrage of attacks and counterattacks. Tackles flew, every pass contested, every inch of ground fought for with unwavering determination. Neither side giving an inch, locked in a fierce battle of attrition. Panama tried to dictate play with crisp passing, their midfielders orchestrating attacks with effortless grace. Honduras pressed high, disrupting their rhythm, forcing errors and turning defense into attack in the blink of an eye. The crowd responded to every moment, their cheers and groans echoing around the stadium, fueling the players' passion, amplifying the drama, turning every play into a spectacle. This was more than a game, it was a clash of cultures, a battle for pride. It was a test of character and will, a measure of their commitment to their nation. The entire region watched, captivated by the unfolding drama. As this Central American derby unfolded, a rivalry renewed on the grandest stage. Every touch, every tackle, every decision mattered, with the smallest of margins potentially deciding the fate of the match. The referee's whistle signaled the start, the beginning of a journey towards glory or heartbreak. Of a classic knockout battle where only one team could emerge victorious. Panama looked to control, dictating the tempo and probing for weaknesses in the Honduran defense. Honduras to counter, relying on their speed and agility to exploit any gaps left open. The stakes were sky-high, the pressure mounting with every passing minute, and the energy was palpable, a force that could be felt throughout the stadium and beyond. This was Gold Cup football at its most intense, a showcase of skill, passion, and unwavering determination. Tonight, history would be written, legends would be made, and the world would witness the drama of the Gold Cup unfold. For Panama and Honduras, This match transcended the ordinary. It was about more than just advancing to the next stage of the Gold Cup. It represented something far deeper, a clash of national identities and footballing philosophies. Football isn't merely a sport in these countries. It's woven into the very fabric of society. It's life, a passion that ignites the soul and unites communities. It's a source of unity, a powerful force that transcends social and political divides, and above all, a symbol of national pride. Every victory is celebrated collectively, every defeat mourned together. Players understood the weight of expectations, fighting not just for themselves and their careers, but for every single person back home, for the hopes and dreams of an entire nation resting on their shoulders. Panama approached the match with a golden opportunity within their grasp, skillfully blending the wisdom of seasoned veterans with the exuberance of youth. A decisive win would send a resounding message to the rest of the competition that they were the team to beat, the team to fear, the team destined for glory. Honduras, on the other hand, embraced their underdog status with unwavering resolve, determined to defend with every fiber of their being and strike with lethal precision when the opportune moment presented itself. Their fans, though fewer in number compared to their rivals, were thunderous in their unwavering support, creating an atmosphere of fervent belief. Every single player on that pitch was prepared to give absolutely everything, to push themselves beyond their limits, all for the love of their country. The rivalry between these two Central American teams is not just intense, it's historically fierce, with every encounter steeped in a rich tapestry of past battles, triumphs, and heartbreaks. This match was about so much more than just points. This was about bragging rights, as much as it was about securing that coveted semifinal spot in the Gold Cup tournament. The pressure within the stadium was immense, palpable in the air, but so was the burning motivation to emerge victorious, to make their nation proud. Coaches, the tactical masterminds behind the scenes, urged their players to summon every ounce of courage and unwavering belief in their abilities. The ultimate winner of this high-stakes clash would not only advance in the tournament, but also hold the psychological upper hand until their next inevitable meeting on the pitch. The stakes simply could not be any higher for either of these determined teams. This was destined to be an epic encounter, a clash of titans, a match that would be etched in the memories of fans for years to come. From the very first whistle, the match was a cauldron of intensity, a true spectacle of competitive football. The players surged across the pitch, each tackle, each pass, carrying the weight of expectation. The atmosphere crackled with anticipation, a palpable energy that promised an unforgettable contest. Just 12 minutes into this high-stakes encounter, Panama found their breakthrough. Ismael Diaz, with a burst of speed and skill, embarked on a daring run into the Honduran penalty area, his eyes fixed on goal, his determination unwavering. His electrifying run proved too much for the Honduran defense, who, in a moment of desperation, committed a foul, a clumsy challenge that sent Diaz sprawling. The stadium held its breath, awaiting the referee's decision. The referee, without hesitation, pointed to the penalty spot. A collective roar erupted from the Panamanian supporters, a golden opportunity to seize the lead. Penalty to Panama. The stands exploded with unbridled joy. Panama's faithful fans were on their feet, their cheers echoing through the stadium, a wave of red and white engulfing the arena. In stark contrast, the Honduran players surrounded the referee, their faces etched with frustration and disbelief. They vehemently protested the decision, arguing their case with passion, but the referee stood firm. Amidst the swirling chaos and fervent protests, Diaz remained calm and focused. He carefully placed the ball on the penalty spot, shutting out the noise, steeling his nerves for the crucial moment. The stadium was a cauldron of noise, a deafening roar that threatened to overwhelm. As Diaz began his run-up, the collective breath of thousands was held in anticipation. Menjivar, the experienced Honduran goalkeeper, attempted to unsettle Diaz, employing every trick in the book to gain a psychological advantage. He gestured, he postured, trying to intimidate the penalty taker. But Diaz remained unfazed, his focus unwavering. With a cool head and nerves of steel, he struck the ball with precision, sending Menjivar diving the wrong way. The ball nestled into the back of the net rippling in celebration. Panama had drawn first blood, leading 1-0. Diaz was mobbed by his jubilant teammates, a sea of red shirts engulfing him in celebration. The fans erupted once more, their cheers reaching fever pitch. It was a textbook penalty, executed with flawless technique and unwavering composure, a testament to Diaz's mental fortitude under immense pressure. The early goal threw a wrench into Honduras's carefully laid plans, forcing them to reassess their strategy and find a way back into the game. Now trailing, they were compelled to abandon their cautious approach and chase the equalizer, a task made all the more difficult by Panama's resolute defense. The goal injected a surge of confidence into the Panamanian side, their passing becoming crisper, their movement more fluid, their control of the game more assured. Honduras appeared visibly shaken, their frustration mounting with each passing minute. They desperately needed to regroup, to find a way to stem the tide and regain their composure. That early goal irrevocably altered the complexion of the match, injecting a palpable tension into the quarterfinal clash, setting the stage for a hard-fought battle. Panama, buoyed by their lead, pressed forward in search of a second goal, while Honduras, with their backs against the wall, dug deep to repel the relentless attacks. The intensity of the match ratcheted up another notch, each tackle fiercer, each challenge more desperate as both teams battled for supremacy. Every moment felt pregnant with possibility, each passage of play carrying the weight of potential victory or defeat. The pressure on the Honduran team intensified, their every move scrutinized, their every mistake amplified. Panama, sensing an opportunity to seize complete control of the match, continued to press forward with relentless energy and unwavering determination. The energy of the crowd mirrored the intensity on the pitch, surging with every attack, ebbing with every defensive stand, a symphony of passion and anticipation. The quarterfinal was a captivating spectacle, a tapestry woven with moments of brilliance, moments of drama, and moments of sheer, unadulterated tension. With the lead, Panama pressed relentlessly. Their high-energy style suffocated Honduras, winning every loose ball. Anibal Godoy led the midfield charge, setting the tempo. Honduras's defenders, especially Maldonado and Pereira, fought bravely. They blocked shots, made tackles, and refused to break. Panama's wingers threatened constantly, but Honduras held firm. Carrasquila's long-range effort whistled just wide. Frustration grew for Panama. They couldn't find a second goal. Honduras's resilience kept them in the game. The tactical battle was fascinating. Attack versus defense. Panama pushed, Honduras waited for a counter. The crowd was on edge, every move crucial. The next goal felt decisive. Both teams knew the margin was razor thin. The tension was unrelenting. The referee faced a fierce challenge. The match was physical, emotions running high. Early penalty calls made him a target for criticism. Yellow cards began to fly, one for a late Honduran tackle, another for a Panamanian foul. The referee's authority was constantly tested. Players argued, tempers flared, and every decision was scrutinized. A Panamanian penalty appeal was waved away, adding to the drama. The referee became a central figure managing chaos on the pitch. A scuffle broke out before halftime, quickly contained with more cards. The atmosphere was volatile, every moment charged. The halftime whistle was a welcome relief. Both teams needed to cool off. The first half had been a battle in every sense. The stage was set for a dramatic second half. Honduras struggled to keep the ball under Panama's relentless press. Their midfielders were harried into mistakes, unable to find rhythm. Attacking stars like Ellis and Kyoto were isolated and frustrated. Panama dominated possession, dictating the game's tempo. Honduras spent most of the half defending, chasing shadows. Their coach looked concerned, knowing change was needed. Long balls and counters failed to trouble Panama's defense. Honduras lacked a clear attacking plan, rarely threatening. No shots on target in the first half told the story. Menjivar kept them in the match, but they needed more. Halftime was a chance to regroup and find answers. Edric Menjivar was Honduras's savior. After conceding the penalty, he stood tall, making crucial saves. His fingertip stop from a long-range shot drew applause from both sets of fans. Moments later, he denied Diaz one-on-one blocking with his legs. Menjivar's bravery and quick reactions kept Honduras alive. Without him, the score could have been much worse. He organized his defense, inspired his teammates, and gave them hope. Panama dominated, but Menjivar kept the match close. His performance was a masterclass in goalkeeping. Honduras clung on, thanks to their keeper's heroics. The first half ended with Honduras still in the fight. Menjivar was the reason the dream was still alive. The stadium was a cauldron of noise and color. Panama's fans roared, their red shirts a sea of support. Every attack was met with thunderous approval. Honduran fans, though outnumbered, matched the passion, waving blue and white. Every defensive stand was cheered like a goal. The rivalry was fierce, the tension visible on every face. Players felt the pressure, every tackle and decision magnified. Coaches paced the sidelines, living every moment. The first half ended at a fever pitch. This was more than a match, it was a battle of pride. Halftime arrived, players exhausted and emotions high. Panama led, but knew they should have scored more. Their coach demanded focus and a killer instinct. Honduras, battered but unbroken, found hope in the narrow margin. Menjivar's heroics kept them alive. The break was a chance to regroup and adjust tactics. Panama's coach warned against complacency. Honduras's coach urged courage and more attacking intent. Fans caught their breath, anticipation building for the second half. The match was perfectly poised. One goal could change everything. Would Panama finish the job, or could Honduras find a way back? The drama was far from over. The Gold Cup quarterfinal was set for a thrilling conclusion.